Hello and welcome to another Purveyor of Light Photoshop Quick Tip. Today we've got an interesting one, one that I don't do that often, and that is using optional plugins within Photoshop. And today I'm going to explain to you why one of my favorite ones, Silver Efex Pro, is one of my essential toolkits that I use continuously, and why. All right, so here we've got a air turbine picture here, nothing fantastic, but this would be a great one to convert to a, more dramatic, say, black and white portrait. So we could turn around and come in, add some more drama to it, and we could go in and maybe make a dramatic portrait such as that. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to throw all this away, and then we will get started. So let me throw all that in the trash. And away we go. Okay, so here's where we start. So first I'm going to show you how I would do this within Photoshop, and then I'll show you how easy it is to actually do it in Nik Silver Efex Pro and why. Okay, so I go, okay, I want to convert this to a black and white, so I'll go up to adjustment layers, and then I will select a black and white layer. And there's my black and white conversion. And you notice I have the sliders here for red, yellow, greens, etc., etc. So if I want to darken the blue, which is the sky, I would just simply slide that over. Now you notice I took it all the way over to 200% below, and that's it. That's as far as I can go. I can't go any darker, and I do want to go darker. I want to turn the sky, almost black, And so there's only so much I can get done here. Well, let me try to do an adjustment on top of it. A hue saturation. Okay. And we'll put that down above the background, and we'll tell it to, let's point it right to the sky. Say, I want the sky darker. And then so I can just pull that in. And I'm going to go, oh, okay, that's looking pretty good. Then I go, okay, well, the foreground is not looking good at all. So I need to turn around and maybe use a gradient. And so I'll come down and try to use a gradient. I don't like the way they redo the menus nowadays. Okay, so we'll come in and draw out a gradient. And see here, draw it out. If I do that, then maybe drag it so it's higher up, and thins it out. Because I want to basically lose the foreground. Okay, so there we go. And everything is a whole global adjustment. And I can continue on trying to refine this, and then, try to create masks because I want to make the wind turbine wider. I want to make the cloud wider, etc., etc. I want to make these precision adjustments, which is all can be done. Okay. But it's a lot of work. Okay. So now what I'm going to show you here is we can turn around and do away with all of this. Okay. And just use Silver Efex Pro and why it's so good. So I'm going to turn everything off. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm just going to select the background layer itself. So we're just basically starting where we started from. And I'm going to go with the filter, and I'm going to go to Nik Collection 6, and I'm going to go to Silver Efex. Okay. This has been my go-to for black and white conversions forever. Okay. And I haven't found a better tool on the market than this. So I highly do it. All right, so for those of you not familiar with it, the left side here is a bunch of pre-made templates, okay? So you can go through here and click on each one and see how, if you like what it's applying, okay? And you can go through, there's a whole bunch of them, okay? And just go through the mix until you find what you want in your thing. Now, think of these presets as just that, presets. In other words, your starting position, okay? You can always come in and redefine, okay? You could say, okay, this is where I want to start, and then you can refine from there, okay? So think of the left as your starting point, and then all the way to the right is how we refine it to what we want, okay? So let's say that I found this one here, and I said, okay, that's a good starting point. Okay, now we're done with the left. We're going to come to the right, and we have all these controls and allow us to edit the black and white just the way we want. Now, one of the most unique things about Nik is their selective control points. Okay, basically, you come down to the selective adjustments, and you click on the selective adjustment, and you click on an area that you want to selectively adjust. So we click on that once, and this circle opens up with a whole bunch of commands. Okay, you hover over each one, you can see what they are. Like this one here is the brightness slider. So if I slide this over to the right, you'll see that I am increasing it where this selected circular area is. So I can increase the brightness there. I can come in and put another one right here and do another brightness adjustment to brightness it up, okay? And again, there we are. Like this white cloud, I could just select once in the cloud. I can then increase or decrease the circular area. I can take the brightness, and I can turn around and selectively adjust to bring that as bright or as low as I want. Okay? And of course, you can do other things, structure and midtones and shadows and so forth. There's sliders for just about every adjustment. Okay, so now we go to the skin and the sky, and I'm going to go, I want this thing to hit and encompass a big area, and I want to turn around and maybe darken it. Okay? And I can put as many of these control points throughout the photo to make the adjustments how I want it to go. Now you can see already I have 4 here listed. And if I hover each one, it shows me which one is which one. Okay? All right. So that's what makes Silver Efex such a great product, because you can work on it. Then you have global controls where you can come in and control your luminance, your contrast. You could come in and really boost up the contrast. You can boost up the structure, amplified whites if you wanted to. So I can come over and this is a global adjustment, correct? So I can do this. I can amplify blacks by coming in and doing it that way. And I can do everything, highlights, midtones, shadows, etc., all from here. So it's like I got my own editing studio right here, just dedicated to black and white. Okay? So that's one of the best things I love about Nik Efex. All right, so I'm just going to hit apply, and just to show you here, okay? So it's coming in, it's going to process the image, and it puts in on a single layer above the original layer. So I still have the original, okay? And now I have the edited one here. And I can continue on to go through and edit how I wish. I can put back my other layer here, and bingo bango, here I have my finished fine art or dramatic black and white from that image. Okay, and again, just clicking, here's where we started with. and here's where we ended with. Okay? And so I can't recommend Nik Studio Efex more. Okay? It's just Silver Efex is just one of those products that I just couldn't live without. So, okay, guys. So this is meant to be a basic introduction. If you guys would like to see an in-depth thing on any of these things, let me know. I'd be more than happy to go into detail on these things. But that'll do it for me this week, guys. Till next week, you guys take care.